Good morning, happy Wednesday. So I hope you've had a good start to your week so far. I have been inspired to come in here and share a story with you about how I overcame my block and fear of public speaking, and in particular, public speaking in the realm of creating my own events and workshops, as opposed to video visibility and live streaming like this. So this conversation was inspired by a call I had with a client yesterday who was in that exact predicament. She really wanted to host a series of workshops. She knew the material she wanted to deliver and the value that held for people, and yet she wasn't able to move past the block of, for her it was perfectionism, the need to be perfect, and that fear of not being perfect. She wasn't able to move past that and actually start to get the wheels in motion of arranging these workshops. So I was reminded of an experience that I had when we were talking, and after our call I actually went on Facebook to look back along my timeline to see when that was, this experience that effectively helped me overcome a serious block and changed my life in that moment. And serendipitously, it was exactly 5 years to the day yesterday. So I'm going to rewind back now and take you back to the 8th of April 2019. And I am at a hotel attending a workshop that I had booked from Eventbrite. So I'd gone through a bit of a phase of looking for ways that I could get myself out of my comfort zone, meaning my office, my home office, and actually meet people in person. You know, I hadn't done that for a long time, so I really felt 2019 was the year I was going to get out of my comfort zone and actually meet people in the flesh. Novel concept when you've got an online business. So I had gone to a series of different things, but this one particularly appealed to me because it was hosted by a business owner who was not a coach, completely different industry. However, clearly she'd been successful in growing her business in her industry and was now teaching marketing and how to get clients. So that was the essence of the workshop. But in the blurb on Eventbrite, she talked about the law of attraction and how she'd been mentored by John Assaraf, and these were things that were appealing to me. I was thinking, this is somebody who is like-minded, so I was interested. So I bought a ticket and there I was, 8th of April 2019. It's a hotel in Leeds, and what unfolded that day can only be described as, well, I can't find the words that I would want to share openly, but it was just replete with icky, manipulative sales tactics that personally I just found so distasteful, so out of integrity. And there was a lot of hard sell manipulation going on. And in the morning I was sort of a bit shocked, and I was looking around and thinking, wow, there was about, I don't know, about 50 people in the room, so it was quite a full room. And as I looked around, I thought, there are a lot of people in here who are fairly new to their business. We chatted over coffee, and there were some fairly new business owners, entrepreneurs, people trying to get a foot in the door of their own business. And here they were being subjected to these types of sales tactics that I was concerned they might then think that's what they have to do in order to be successful. So that was starting to bubble up to the surface for me. During the lunch break, I took myself away. I didn't stay for I don't think there was a buffet lunch. There wouldn't have been, but I think I took myself away. And I remember phoning my partner at the time and feeling really cross that this was going on, and just saying, it's so bad. This person is so bad in her, manipulation and the ickiness, and it's so out of integrity. And a lot of what I'm hearing, because I'd invested in so many different programs up to that point, a lot of what she was saying was scripted, because we'd obviously paid for the same program at some point. So it was so scripted. And so I was getting cross, but I couldn't quite figure out what exactly was making me so angry, but I was. So after lunch, I went back. It just got worse. It was one of those events where they you know, she would ask people who is interested in this service that she just described in all its glory. And a few people put their hands up, and she pulled those people up onto the stage or platform with her, and then started to really hard sell them and shame them if, when the price came up, that they were wincing and wanting to sit back down in the comfort of their seat. So it was awful. And midway through the afternoon, I'd had enough, and I got my bag and coat and I walked out, as did at that moment a few others. So we met on the stairwell outside the room as we were leaving, and just saying, oh my goodness, that's awful. What is going on in that room? How is that even allowed? It's just hideous. So I left, met my then partner for a drink straight after, because I rang him and said, we need to go for a beer. I need to talk to you. And we went for a drink, and I was so angry. I could feel my whole body was reverberating with just this anger. And I was saying, what is it? What is it that is making me so angry? And all of a sudden it dawned on me. What's making me angry is the fact that, well, at least she's doing it. At least she is standing up in front of a room, delivering her message, whether that's right or wrong, or it doesn't matter. But the fact is, she was doing what I wasn't doing. So I had no right to complain. I had no right to be bitter about it, because where was I hosting workshops, sharing a message about sales being authentic and integrity, and what is actually effective sales without all the need for manipulation and all of that horrible stuff. So that was that realization gave me the leverage I needed. I had to have that experience. I had to sit in that room to develop enough of the emotional leverage to have me booking an event. And what actually happened then was, on the 9th of April 2019, so within 24 hours, I went onto Facebook and I announced, I'm done with this. I'm done with the manipulation that you see in the world of marketing and sales online. I'm done with it. I'm going to host an event, and I'm going to teach what I know, from my 25 years sales experience, or 20 then, sales experience. I'm going to teach what I know. And that I did. I filled a room in a hotel in Leeds, and it was an amazing event. I then did a subsequent one later on in the year, then went to Cape Town. My best friend, organised for me to go to Cape Town and host the same workshop in Cape Town. And that was really a turning point in terms of my confidence, public speaking, all of that really shifted for me. But it needed that pain and that emotional leverage to get me out of my way. So if this is resonating in terms of your desire to go out there and create something of your own, an event or a workshop, and yet that fear of perfectionism is stopping you, or just fear of your own fear of judgment or getting it wrong or whatever, what I would invite you to consider, you don't need to go to any other event and have it be that bad. It's not about that. It's worth going to other events to see other people doing what they're doing, and seeing other people being real and not being perfect and being transparent and authentic. You may see bad ones that make you think, wow, I could do this. I could do a better job than they're doing. So there's all different ways that you can get that sort of sense of increased confidence in yourself. But the first thing I would suggest is actually consider, what are the mental movies that you are playing that is blocking you from actually going out there and booking an event and inviting people to attend. There must be some really bad mental movies that you are playing, and you're in complete control of those images that you are replaying over and over in your mind. What is the narrative that you have going on, the dialogue? What are you saying about yourself that is exacerbating the fear and the block? When you can tune into that and recognize from that sort of place of witness consciousness, where you are observing, oh my goodness, these are the images I'm picturing, these are the thoughts I'm thinking, no wonder I feel fearful. You can change that in a heartbeat and start to practice new mental movies, new ways of thinking, and that will start to shift your frequency, shift your confidence around going out there and creating those events, and you will start to receive the inspired ideas, the downloads, and that will inspire you to start taking action. So wow, bang on 10 minutes. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.